Good morning, faithful people. It's your boy D Brooks here with Faithful Fridays. Hope you've had an amazing week, and I hope I can help you end your week on a good note. Today I'm going to look at the story of David and Goliath. There's so many pieces to that story that can be broken down, but we're going to use that story and that Bible passage to really look at what God's already done. If you look at David and Goliath, David was a simple sheep boy. He took care of sheep and tended to the sheep, which later in turn became one of his biggest assets. So David came out to the battlegrounds simply to bring a message, but when he was there, God propelled him into actions because of what he's already been through. So if we look at leading up to David actually fighting Goliath, all the other soldiers of the Israel soldiers questioned David and wondered why he was so confident. And David simply said, the same God that delivered me from the lion and the bear will be the same God that delivered me from Goliath. That in itself is a blessing, because so many times we're faced with situations and we forget where God's already brought us from. We forget the things God has already brought us through. And the things that we've already come through, just like a lion and a bear, sometimes if we really look at it, is even bigger and even powerful than what this mountain, this obstacle we're coming up against, with it being Goliath. So with 3 points. Number one, God wants to turn your struggle into a skill. David was a simple sheep boy. He took care of sheep. He tended to the sheep, which he didn't know that was going to be a skill. David had to be a leader, a leader of stubborn animals. A lot of times we look at our situation, we wonder, how can God use this as a skill? He had to protect those sheep on a daily basis. So when he was faced with this situation in this new Goliath, all that struggle that he thought was struggle at the time was really God cultivating skills within him. And a lot of times in our lives, we look at our struggle, but we don't look at the skills that we're attaining. We may be broke, but we're also learning a skill. We should be learning a skill, how to manage money better, how to live with less. So when we do get more, we're able to manage it better and hold on to it for longer. Next, point number two, God wants to turn our struggle into a strength. David was struggling so often, tending to these sheep and taking care of them, having to protect them, that oftentimes he was faced with predators, the lion, the bear. So David was forced to use what he had around him to protect his sheep. So oftentimes, when the devil or situation throw things at us, we have to turn that struggle into strength. And David ended up ripping the lion apart with his bare hands and defeating the bear. And all those struggles led up to this strength that now, little did he know, was going to be used in this situation also with Goliath. So look at your situation on a daily basis. Remember and realize that God wants to turn your struggle into a strength. If you change your perspective and change your outlook on the situation, then God is able to show you how you can use this struggling situation and turn it into a strength. How can you use this struggle of addiction and overcoming it into becoming a mentor and becoming an advocate and becoming a spokesperson for people who are in addiction now. How you're able to, so to speak, save the Israelites and save people from this Goliath that they're going to be facing because of what you've already gone through. And the last point I want to leave you with is not a fancy struggle into strength, struggle into skill type thing, but it's simply the same God. You finish that sentence with whatever you want to finish it with, but the same God that delivered David from the lion and the bear is the same God he strongly believes is going to deliver him from Goliath. And I want to leave you with that today, that the same God that delivered you from addiction, the same God that delivered you from a broken family, the same God that delivered you from the hood, the same God that delivered you when you didn't think there was going to be a way, is the same God that's going to deliver you from this situation that's facing you right now. So don't be afraid. Have faith. God wants you to lean on him. A lot of times God keeps putting us into situations because we haven't leaned on him strong enough. He wants to show us, and he wants to improve our character through struggles. So So just remember that the same God that brought you through a situation before that you thought you would never make it out of, you thought you would never overcome, is going to be the same God that wants you to realize that he's already brought you through. He just wants you to realize and give him the praise when he brings you through this situation. I thank you guys. This is my first video. I hope you enjoyed it. It's only going to get better. I have to start somewhere. Shout out to my boy Smooth Jake for inspiring and motivating me to take a step out. I can't talk about fear and talk about failure if I'm not willing to step out on this platform and be able to save or talk to at least one of you guys. So check out the website, Dream Chasers LLC, where we're here to motivate, inspire you to achieve greatness, your goals, whatever it may be. So check us out. Thank you for tuning in to Faithful Fridays. Check out Man Up Mondays and go to our blogs and our vlogs throughout the week. Hope you have a great weekend and your year's going great. Thank you. Faithful Fridays.
And my girl still fine as ever, so when she hit my phone, I had to stop the game. Later on, time to eat. Favorite restaurant, open seat. Sunset the scenery. Told my lady lean.